Okay, here we are, live once again. And we've got a special treat. We've got Will here tonight.
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
So Will is going to treat. We've got Will here tonight. Phone did what it always does. And Will is going to do what he always does. He's going to put Google down and he's going to argue with me. So we're going to have a good night here.
These comments are crazy. What happened? What happened, George?
I said you're going to do what you always do. You're going to
complain.
I said you're going to put Google down and then you're going to argue with me, which is fine. You know.
Oh man!
Now, why can't I? I'm trying to find the stream on. Okay, now here I'm watching it on YouTube and I'm watching it on Facebook, both live on the Microsoft Surface Duo.
Let me find you on my TED Talks channel so I can be in them comments.
You should name it Ted Says. Ted, somebody said that on Jerome's stream, and I said that's what he should name it. Ted Says.
Yeah,
somebody came up with a good name last week that I thought. Oh, it was Brian, I think, that came up with a good name.
Yeah,
last
it was
week?
Brian. It was Brian.
Okay.
Teddy
Eleanor saying hi, Will.
Huh?
Eleanor.
Oh, hi, Eleanor.
I guess
How you doing?
Which reminds me, I should recognize it. And who was first in tonight? Eleanor was first one in, which shocked me. So good for you, Eleanor.
She gets a free Pixel 4a.
Well, she could probably get that from me at any time anyway.
That's why she gets it for free, because George already has it.
And Brian is here, and Max is here, and Robert is here, and Six is here. I think that's all at the moment. I don't know that I can tell who's watching on Facebook, but I have it on Facebook at the same time, so we're good there too. So,
oh my God.
You love yourself. Well, you have a dedicated camera. You gotta have a camera that loves you, and you love it.
I love my cameras. My cameras don't love me though. Now, for all you folks that want to go through the show notes, they're there, and I put them in here too. But Will wants to talk about Google, so let's start with Google.
Well, George, go in order. Do your order. You got Apple first.
Yeah, but
it just has to flow into it. It can't just be me complaining. I'll do the whole show and complain.
Well,
I've been complaining all week on Jerome's stream.
All right. Well, let's talk about it a little bit. That way, we'll get it out of the way. And people love listening to you complain about Google. So,
all right, George, what do you think about the phone, George?
The 5?
Yeah.
Okay, I have not got the 5 now, because everybody knows I have the Pixel 4a, not the 5. But from everything I've seen from anybody else's video, I think the 5 looks good, and I think it's worth the price.
Oh no.
Okay, now
George. All right.
Time for your rebuttal.
I love this. I love Pixel, right? I love their phones. Google makes a good camera, all that.
Okay. But
I'll go back and forth with Jerome all day. Like, yeah, the price, whatever. We just pay it. But the phone it isn't even really that cheap if you think about it. It's $700, right? Last year, the Pixel 4,
$700.
Listen, George, the Pixel 4 last year for 64 gigs, I think it was $750?
Okay.
You were getting a better processor. What's wrong, Ted? You were getting a better processor, a better build, the same camera.
Build?
Yeah.
Hold on, the Pixel 4 I thought was $799.
Whatever it was a better processor. You got a better build. You got the IP rating was dust resistant.
How do you mean a better build?
That's what I'm wondering.
It was this phone is basically, they took a Pixel 4a, the shell. You know what I mean? It's the same. It's like a 4a.
It's like an enhanced 4a, and it has wireless charging. And what else?
Every phone has wireless charging now,
Not
except
the
for
not
Oneplus.
the Pixel 4a. I guarantee you that.
Oh well, yeah, because they couldn't put it in that one. They had to give you some kind of reason. But anyway, the phone is terrible, man.
All right.
It's
Well, tell
it's
me
not worth it.
why it's terrible.
It's not
Terrible.
worth it.
He's calling it terrible now.
The speaker is under the display. I mean, under the display for the top, so you're not really getting the audio. And I see some people saying it's good, it's all right. It's not though.
I did hear somebody criticize that. That's true.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you, I can't, man. The chip is.
Well, actually, yeah, I'm only advocating based on the specs, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe the phone is actually trash once you get it in person.
The chip is slower. It's like Jerome said. You're paying extra for 5G. The phone should be like $550.
Yeah,
but it costs more to make 5G. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's at least $100.
Man, the phone is they shrunk the size of the wide angle. I know Grant said you could still do wide angle selfies, but they shrunk the selfie camera, the angle down.
They shrunk the focal length. Yeah, it's tighter.
Yeah, the wide angle camera isn't really wide. It's just wider than the other one. Because and when Mr. Mobile asked them, their Google said, because we can't correct it if it's too wide. Like, the phone, I don't know. It's just too many compromises, man. I'm skipping it this year. And I always say that, but I'm really skipping it.
Okay, we'll
I'm
see.
Disappointed. I'm
Whenever
disappointed.
You said that, I have to say we'll see.
I'm disappointed this year, George.
I guess
really am.
Robert kind of agrees with you because he's saying not terrible. Just
okay, there you go. He could say it that way. It's mediocre. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And Brian's totally agreeing with you. Okay.
It's disappointing because Google was supposed to do something. The camera hardware has been the same since the Pixel 2.
The camera, you mean the cameras? Yeah, the camera.
The hardware.
Yeah.
But they keep getting better with every, enhancement.
I guess, man. I guess.
Not really. They get marginally better.
Everybody says it's better, but if you
the only thing they improve on is the stuff they didn't do good, which is now video.
They
finally got video stabilization.
The video's a lot better. Well, even on the 4A, the video's a bit better. And Mario, I think, makes a good point here. And Mario.
Yeah, but okay. So, like you're saying, if it's an enhanced 4A, they shouldn't be charging you $700 for it.
Well, if you don't like the Pixel 5, then just get the Pixel 4a 5G. What's there to complain about them? It's the same.
I guess, but then you get the plastic
What should they be charging for it?
What for the 5? For the 5? Like $550. They might as well make it a Nexus.
Okay.
And see, I guess I'm disappointed because I'm kind of like Jerome. I want the Pixel to beat the iPhone camera, to give me a reason to be like, all right, this phone is better than the iPhone camera. It's not.
I have a feeling it's not going to be.
It's not. Yeah, it's not. It's not even going to be better than the regular 12.
Yeah, by next year, the rest of the Android phones will have better cameras.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, the rest of next year, everybody's going to be beating it because they haven't done
it for like 2 years now. Yeah.
They haven't done nothing. They haven't. I don't know. Like I always tell you, George, Google don't care about that phone, man. It's just an experiment. It's just an experiment. That's all.
You haven't done nothing.
The only good thing they did this time is the design of it and the battery. The battery is good. What's going on, Big House? The battery.
Good to have you here, brother.
The battery is way better.
All right.
And I still want the stupid phone.
And that's why when you say I'm going to pass,
I know it's terrible. But I'm not getting it though, George. I'm not. But
and you've said that before too,
George. I didn't even buy an iPhone.
Well, yeah, so far you haven't bought an iPhone.
Because the reason I didn't get it was because I don't want to buy the Max. I really don't.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I knew which one I wanted from the beginning, so.
And I don't just want the regular 12, but I don't want to waste the money because the difference between the 12 and the 12 Pro isn't enough to me.
It's enough for me.
To justify $300.
I wanted the Pro and not the Max, and I never get the top one. Yeah.
For $300, it's not. Gary, I'm not hating Gary, but come on.
He's
Well,
hating
Gary,
so hard.
Gary wasn't in your own stream, right? The
My
people
fault,
on the
Gary.
stream
We
today.
didn't have Google in the show notes, so I wanted to give Will a chance to just let it all out.
Isn't this the same price
told-
that what the original Pixel was at, right? $700?
No,
Or
the original Pixel I think was 1,000, wasn't it?
No,
No.
no.
For the top of the
original-
line. For the,
The
XL
Pixel.
with the 128 gigs and all that, I thought it was 1,000. I thought it's always been 1,000.
I think it was
No,
like nine.
this-
I think it was like 900.
Maybe it was 9. Because I've never bought the smaller. I've never bought the smaller size, so I
Right.
always had the most memory that they had in the biggest size. But I don't know. It wasn't $700, Gary. I knew that.
I thought it was around like 700, 750.
Nah, it wasn't. It
Pixel.
wasn't that cheap. No, it
I'm
wasn't.
with you, Big House. Right there.
Pixel OG. Gary says Pixel OG was 600. Hmm?
Okay.
$600?
I knew something like- I thought, yeah, the
I'm sure it was more
original
than
one. It was the
I thought it
second
was more
year.
than that. I don't know. I had.
This was before the iPhone 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was before the iPhone 10. Yeah, that would have really
So, yeah.
dated if it came.
Phones
Wait a
were
minute.
not $1,000 then.
Well, some of
Was it
them was
before the
Samsung.
iPhone 10?
No, this was before the iPhone 10. Phones
It
were not
was
close to
because
that
it was in
$1,000 price.
2016. So
The
yeah, it was
original.
before. Yeah, but I don't know. Somebody in the stream today, George, said the 4A slowed down on Amazon. I think it was Jerome. That's
Oh
terrible,
no, it
man.
slowed down on Prime Day. That's hard.
Amazon. Amazon.
Amazon slowed the phone down.
I
can't.
haven't had any
I was-
issues with the regular 4A at all.
I was hoping that the chip would be good enough, but then if you think about it, in a year, it's probably going to be so bad.
Or
Yeah,
it might get better with the updates.
It's with the Pixel 2. Yeah, see, I was right. It was the Pixel 3 when they jacked it up big time.
Pixel 2 was
Yeah.
650. I swear, I felt like I
that was the
always
best.
paying
That was the best
$1,000.
Pixel. Y'all didn't even know. That was the best Pixel. The Pixel 2. Y'all
The
didn't
Pixel 2, yeah, with the back and all that, yeah.
with the
I,
headphone
I,
jack.
Four
once
A's
again, I
on
got to
you.
agree with Mario for a budget phone. It is the perfect budget phone, in my opinion, and
Yeah.
along with the iPhone SE, I'd say.
Yeah. Just
All right,
get
I'm
the-
done
just pay.
complaining, George. I'm
All
just
right,
mad.
you done?
Google really, Google really.
And we missed you so much, we needed to hear it all.
Yeah.
Well, Ted's been seeing me complain.
Yeah,
I just don't be on the screen.
I haven't had time to be on Jerome's streams, so I haven't been able to watch anything.
So the original Pixel, the 640, the 650 was a 32 gig one.
Right.
The one that was 128 was 749.
And that was which one? The Pixel 3?
That was the original one.
That was the
And that
original
was-
Pixel.
And that
Oh,
was
okay.
George. That was with a flagship chip. But this
That
one's
was
got
the-
5G that you're
Yeah,
not
that was
going to
the
use.
brand new. It had the A21, which was like the only phone that had it that year.
That was with the chip that you're not even going to use on this one. And they're charging you more for it. But
Okay.
can you imagine, George? I was telling Jerome earlier how Google and Samsung and who was the other company, OnePlus, how they felt when Verizon went up there at the Apple event and said 5G starts now.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine?
Exactly. Exactly.
All these
Those
companies
were the
put
exact
5G
words.
in every
They gave
phone, raising
Verizon
the
their
prices.
own. They
Yeah,
gave
all of them
Verizon
did
their
it.
own
All of them.
variant. They gave them their own color, and then they got.
Verizon is like, all right, we're turning on 5G now and making it better now. Like 5G just started. Like them companies,
but-
oh my gosh.
Aren't you the one that always says when the iPhone does it, that's when the world pays attention to it?
It's true, but I mean, they've never come out and just did it like that.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, they said
terrible.
just
My man came out and said 5G starts now. So if you just bought whatever you had, you were getting half of Verizon's effort. When the iPhone does it, now it matters.
All right,
That's
Gary's
trouble. See,
will be there for 11 days.
and Gary, that's the other problem. They give you too much time to think about it. Google lets you sit there and see people complain about the speaker. The guy, Brandon, whatever his name is, his texture is rubbing off the back of his phone. Like,
Really?
by the time the phone
Yeah.
gets here, nobody's gonna want it no more.
6 is asking the question. Anybody remember?
The 3T.
I think
so.
the 3T came out next year.
The 3T
Well, maybe
was
the-
This is a good
The
question for
3T was
Google.
nice.
Actually.
I like that phone. And then George, the Oneplus phone comes out
What processor did the
with
OnePlus
double the
come
Oh,
storage,
Nigel
better-
finally came in. Okay, welcome, Nigel.
double the storage, a better processor. The camera might not be as good, but all that stuff, 5G and all that,
Right.
for $50 more.
Ted,
Google,
is that
it
your Google talking in the background?
Yeah.
makes
Uppity
the
thing.
pixel price look even more ridiculous.
Oh, maybe.
I think you just
Samsung
needed. I
phone-
think you just needed an option where if you just paid $200 or $150 extra for the 865, then you would be so complaining.
I guess. It's not even just that though. It's like the camera. It's like you really gotta dig to find something to make the camera better. Like night mode is still the same. I didn't like night mode on the Pixel because it looked like daytime. You take
And
the
you said
photo, and
that
it's like it's not even night anymore.
You're not the only one who said that too. That's true.
Yeah.
It's
that's
like
true.
how did Apple do
Jerome
it
said that.
and make it
Juan
look so
says that.
good? And the Pixel,
Yeah.
it looks like it's daytime when you take the picture.
Yeah, I think Erica Griffin said the same thing you said.
Yeah, so has Jerome, so has Juan. Yep, that is true.
I don't know. Then, like I was telling Jerome, like the people were like, all the videos and everything. There was one video where the guy basically he laughed at it. He was, I forget who it was, but he was like the price, not a video, a review. He was like the price is laughable. But
Really?
yeah, I forget who. One of the Android pages. But
The price is
like
$700.
you even got it. Like look, George, they took
It's
out
it's not like it's $1,100 or something, you know.
George $700 ain't cheap.
Like I'm thinking,
$700 is all right. It would look better if Samsung came out with that FE and put a 7 whatever in there, or
Right.
OnePlus did it with their phone that just came out. But come on, Google, you don't have nothing in
And
that
I
phone.
agree with you. The FE is a much better buy in my opinion.
They took out
That's true.
the picture processor thing. They took out everything out of the phone.
What do you mean?
It's
They
really
didn't
like-
take out everything.
They took out the Pixel Neural Core, whatever that thing was called. Then they changed the name of it. They took that out. So
they took out the
you gotta-
Pixel Neural Core. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they
Man.
took out the
Every-
whatever the photo thing was supposed to do the photos quicker. It's gone. So now you
From
take
the
the
5?
picture. That's what I was telling Jerome. He was like, "Well, it's not that bad." I said, "It ain't
So
that
why?
bad until you
So
realize
they need a
it's not
Pixel
that
5
bad
Ultra
until
then
you
and put
realize
that
that
back.
you're paying $700 to wait longer for your picture to process. It's crazy."
Yeah, I'm
People-
just.
they
I'm
will-
not seeing
they
any
will
long
come-
wait. I don't have the 5, so I can't really speak on it. You know.
Jay Will's overheated. But
Gary, where do you see the Pixel Fold 2 for $1,400? Let me know so I can back that up real quick.
crack is whack. 6 is crazy. I can't, man. It's just, I don't know.
Gary.
I'm disappointed, man. I thought Google
Gary,
was
where?
gonna do it this year. The Fold 2 is
Yeah, Gary,
$1,400.
you need to let Ted know where.
Yeah, you need to get anywhere.
Yeah, Ted's
I just
been
wanted-
by that the whole time.
I wanted the Pixel to have the best camera this year, but nah, the iPhone gonna get him again. iPhone got him again.
Oh, Gary, he's
They
like,
took it out.
you still complaining.
No, nah, listen. Gary, that's the thing. The finger, what's it called? The face unlock, I liked it. But Soli was trash.
Yeah, Soli was
I
trash.
like the face unlock. Like that wasn't a problem. The battery was bad. If they would have made the battery good
No.
and kept face unlock and added a fingerprint scanner, it would have been all right for me. I would have gave them the $1,000 if they put the chip in it. That was better.
Yeah, and I think that's your biggest problem was the chip going down.
Well, no, I don't even. The chip isn't the worst, but it's like seeing all these problems people are having already with the phone. Like for people's phone to be overheating recording video, it's
Oh,
gotta
really?
be
I didn't hear about
the
that.
chip. Jay Will put out his video. He said his overheated. Somebody else is overheated. It's
That's the first
speaker.
time I've heard of the 765 overheating, though.
Yeah, the speaker is trash. Everybody's trying to make excuses for it, saying it's okay, it's not that bad. It's bad, man. No speaker under the display is gonna be good. I think I saw the AT&T.
So
No speaker under the display is gonna be good. Like, why would you mess that up? I don't know. Unless it's LG. LG does it right when they put it under the display.
Now, Ted, traditionally, whenever Will goes into one of these rants, the next week he has the phone.
Where's Mike at? Where's Mike at to bet me a cheeseburger? I need Mike to bet me a cheeseburger. I still ain't collect on my last cheeseburger. What did he say? Yeah, we lost neural cord, a visual recorder, processor.
I didn't hear about that, and I didn't hear about the overheating either.
Yeah, we lost all that. Yep.
And Brian agrees with you about the speaker. Okay.
It's terrible, man. Terrible. All right, George, I'm done.
All right.
I'm done complaining.
We're gonna move on to Apple. I'm going to share screen.
Google paid me $700.
Okay.
And what about the Pixel stand though? Like, are they still hyping that up? You know, some of y'all bought that for $70.
The charger is still 18 watts. Since the first
and he's back at it again.
I was been the same for 5 years.
I agree with Will on that one. I totally agree with Will. I was surprised they left the charger at 18 watts.
Google is just disappointing.
All right, now I can share screen.
No new features.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, George.
Okay, I ordered my iPhone this morning, and I'm getting the
Which one?
12 Pro, and I got it in blue.
He got it in blue.
I ordered the Mag charger too. I meant to order the watch, but I was doing it while I was at work, and I forgot. So I'll just go to Best Buy and get the watch tomorrow.
Why would you get the Mag charger when you have a wireless charger?
Because I wanted to.
He wants the cord.
I've been a cord cutter for a long time.
George, don't do that.
I don't know, George. I kind of think you bought the cord.
George, don't buy that.
You just bought the cord.
Wait. All right. Apple's iPhone. This is on The Verge. Apple's iPhone 12 event, the 7 biggest announcements. iPhone 12 is here. We knew that. Apple just finished its high-speed event where it finally took the wraps off the 4 new iPhone 12 phones, which have all new designs and will all support 5G wireless networks. 5G is here. Apple also unveiled the HomePod Mini, a smaller and more affordable version of the HomePod smart speaker. I think that's what surprised most people. If you want to read the play-by-play of the event, check out our log blog with commentary from Dita Bond and Neely Patel. If you just want to read the biggest news, we've got you covered right here. The iPhone 12 has a new design with flat edges. I love that. Back to the iPhone 4. It harkens back to the iPhone 4 and iPhone 5. The standard 6.1-inch iPhone has 2 rear cameras, and both of them will now support night mode. It and the entire iPhone 12 line support 5G, and the iPhone 12 lineup's screen also has a new ceramic shield. They're making a big deal out of that glass cover that Apple claims will make the screen more durable. You can pre-order the iPhone 12 on October 16th for $829 ahead of its October 23rd release. Apple also revealed a new smaller iPhone, the iPhone 12 Mini, which has a 5.4-inch screen and similar specs to the full-size iPhone 12. You can pre-order November 6th for $729. It will be released on November 13th. Apple announced the new Max-size iPhone, and its 6.7-inch screen is the biggest on an iPhone yet. The iPhone 12 Pro Max has 3 back cameras that offer 5 times optical zoom range, a LiDAR sensor for things like improved augmented reality apps and faster autofocus, and a stainless steel outer band. It will be available for pre-order on November 6th for $1,099 and will launch on November 13th. Apple is also launching a 6.1-inch iPhone 12 Pro, which is what I got, which will cost $999 and be available for pre-order on October 16th. I believe Robert ordered his today, too. I think he got the regular 12. The new HomePod Mini is smaller than the original model. See the picture right there. With a new rounded shape. Like the full-size HomePod, the Mini has touch controls on top, integration with Siri, and comes in two colors, space gray and white. It is powered by a S5 chip, which first debuted in the Apple Watch Series 5. The HomePod Mini will be out on November 16th for $99, and you can pre-order it on November 6th. Verizon said that it's now rolling out its nationwide 5G network. I'm still trying to understand what they mean by that.
It means 5G starts now. That's what I'm telling you. They were just joking. When they put it out in the beginning, it was just a little joke. They was like, yeah, Samsung, give us 5G. OnePlus, all these companies give 5G, Motorola. And now it's still not going to work
everywhere.
It's still not going to work no better, but now they're making it
sub-6 5G.
That's what I'm thinking. It's got to be the sub-6.
Oh, if they do that, that's really messed up.
Well, I think they're going to have the sub-6 and the millimeter wherever the millimeter does work. That's my guess.
No, but wait, George. So wait, I'm not sure. So let's say Samsung, right? When Samsung made a Verizon phone, because I remember we talked about this a long time ago.
That was the Galaxy S20 Ultra, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like that phone, the new, all them phones, they got this Verizon, whatever. Don't they just have the millimeter wave radio?
I think they built it in.
So how are they going to work with whatever?
They put that in the phone too, so that's why a lot of people.
So if Verizon says, all right, we're turning on our sub-6, which is kind of what I thought at first they were trying to say, but if they do that, so your Samsung phone is useless for Verizon's extra new 5G.
I think what Verizon is saying is they're turning on everything they've got. Sub-6 millimeter.
So if they have millimeter wave and you have a Samsung whatever, and it just has the millimeter wave radio, you don't get the sub-6.
You asked out.
So they said, yeah, Apple, we're gonna tell y'all what the plan is, so y'all do it right and let everybody else do
I know
whatever.
Samsung. I'll bet you it'll grab the sub-6 too. That's my guess.
That's terrible.
Actually, no. I talked to Verizon. Well, no, I chatted with Verizon on Twitter about that because I was looking at the LG V60, and I was asking them if that would work on sub-6 because on their product page, the LG V60 only has the bands for their Ultra, for the UW, the millimeter wave one, and they were saying no, it'll work with sub-6.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Samsung will.
Even though on the product page the V60 doesn't show that it has those necessary bands, they said it'll work. So
okay, so
it's not like Verizon's gonna lie to us.
Yeah, Verizon's not gonna lie.
All right, yeah, Verizon never lies. All right, Verizon is now rolling out its nationwide 5G network, which has reached 200 million people. Previously, Verizon 5G exclusively use millimeter wave technology, which can be very fast but has limited coverage. Verizon's nationwide 5G will take advantage of the dynamic spectrum sharing technology, which allows the carrier to run both LTE and 5G side by side. Apple has reintroduced Magsafe Charging, though this time it's in the form of wireless charging pads for the new iPhone 12 lineup. There are two different options, the Magsafe Charger for charging one device at a time, and the Magsafe Charger Duo for charging two at a time, including a flip-up spot to charge your Apple Watch. Apple's iPhone 12 cases also have a magnetic side, so you can still use Magsafe chargers and also attach additional accessories like a wallet clip. Like with the Apple Watch, Apple has chosen to remove the wall charger from the iPhone 12 box, and the wired earpods won't be included either, except if you live in France, of course. The included cable will be USB-C to Lightning. Yeah, France is the only country that's getting the earpods, the wired earpods, because by law they have to put it in there. So that's what we're getting. So I'm on in the Mag Charger.
George, what did you think of the Apple event?
I thought it was pretty good, actually.
Ted, it's a little too close.
What do you mean a little too close?
You ain't see how close the camera was?
No.
What can I say? The camera loves me.
Ted
What can I
zoomed
say?
all the way in.
What can I say? The camera loves me.
You like the event, George?
Yes, I did like the event.
I think it
Yeah,
made Google. It made
It
Google
was a
look
masterpiece. I don't know how
Well,
they
you
did
think
that
everything
rooftop.
Apple?
terrible. So bad.
You think everything Apple makes Google look terrible? So we can't go by
George,
your opinion.
Nah, Google wasn't so bad. Google wasn't so bad.
Yes, it was.
Google got in and they got out 30 minutes flat.
Google talked about.
They got in, they got out.
That reminded me of when they
It said 10 minutes for every product. 10 minutes for the Nest download, 10 minutes for the Chromecast, 10 minutes for the phone.
10 minutes.
Oh, it was 2 phones, so 5 minutes each phone.
The one phone got more time than the 5. But that was like when they did the 3 XL and they didn't want to show nobody the front of it. And they were just like, here's the phone, flip it over, here's the price 5. And started rolling credits. But
they were doing the same thing for the Pixel 5 when they were not showing the headphone jack. Like, can I please see the bottom or the top so it has a headphone jack? They didn't show
the
it. The
Apple event was like a whole movie.
Gary's
and
making
then,
his usual comments.
And then,
Oh, wait.
and then
No, this one.
because Google had nothing. Google had nothing to really announce. There's nothing. All that stuff they added to the Pixel, it'll probably be on every Android phone because it's gonna be on
We'll
Google Photos. It's gonna be on iPhones and everything else.
We'll find
Mike's
out.
got call screen on his Motorola phone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But
Now,
the
Big House thinks
Apple-
they should keep the
Apple-
format that they use. He liked the format.
Apple, and I hate the HomePod, but they made me want to get a HomePod when I seen that you can do the intercom thing. The intercom is better than Google's.
But at least it's affordable. I think that's the big thing.
It's
$100 for
$100
that because of the
and
Echo
it
Dot.
connects to it can be your TV surround sound and all that.
If
Like,
you
what
buy
is Google
two,
doing? Yeah, but with Google's thing, I don't know how Jay Will did it, but I don't know nobody else who did it. But Google is just, I don't know, man. They fell off. They had a lead. The only thing they got now is Assistant that you can get on the iPhone.
okay.
What? What do they have? The
Assistant.
Google.
You can get it everywhere though.
Oh.
Before at
Oh,
least they had
you're
the
talking about
camera.
the speakers.
Yeah, even there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Their speaker, they haven't done nothing with it. For all the data and AI and all that stuff.
Well, they added some voices. I got a black woman, Issa Rae, on mine. She talks back a lot, but she's all right. I know the ladies got John Legend playing on there, so.
Yeah, he's gone already. He's gone.
He's gone.
Already?
Yeah, that was a time thing.
Wow, that was short, man.
Why?
Yeah,
Why are they doing a time thing?
Because he's not using no Google products. You know that.
Who was supposed to get Samuel L. Jackson? Was it Alexa? Was that Amazon?
I think Alexa did have him. I think.
Okay.
But yeah, even the HomePod looked good. I said, "Wow,
Yeah.
Apple they really did it this year. They got the HomePod where it could recognize all the different people in your house, and you could." Google just fell off, man. They need to just stop.
You making that noise?
Nah, that's not me. Let Samsung get the camera software and just go away.
Just go.
Speaking of, what the hell happened to Bixby? Yeah, Samsung thought we forgot about that.
They said they're trying to get rid of it to put Google Assistant.
No, I mean the
Like
Bixby
front and
speaker.
center.
Bixby Home or whatever.
I guess the same thing that happened to AirPower. Google service. What did he say? Google service on the phone. What? Google service on the phone is still money for Google.
On an iPhone.
Oh yeah, no, there was something else that came ahead.
Gary, Google is paying Apple to be the search on iPhones.
They're paying $1 billion, to be the
they're paying them to be the search because they know people want iPhones. Yeah, Jerome is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I might get a HomePod and get rid of all these Google speakers.
All right, and Gary is taking a look back.
Sorry
Apple's
about
still
that.
charging $700 for wheels on an iMac.
That's true.
Yeah, but if I'm spending $35,000 on I guess that $700 is nothing. If I'm spending
Now,
that on that computer.
Anthony, my Project 13 is making this point. Google has given us choices. I feel like Google has put themselves in their own place, not being too concerned about what every other company is doing. I kind of agree with them there. You know.
Nah. Google, they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice.
You're never going to get Will to agree with you on that.
They don't have a choice, though. They got ran out of.
I think they specifically made the choice to be where they are.
Because
they know they suck. Because they know they can't make a premium flagship phone to save their company. That's why.
They're making 1 million phones because they know nobody's going to buy it.
Well, that was true.
Google's only doing the one phone.
They wanted to compete with Apple and Samsung. You remember in the beginning?
They did try and fail. You're right about that.
They fell off. They can't do it.
They can't do it.
Year, there's something.
They can't make up a premium flagship phone to
the
save their company.
The only thing is, I'm like, wait. I could buy the Google.
But I agree with Anthony. I think they found the right niche. We'll find out how the sales
go. I can buy the Pixel. What is this? The Pixel.
They found the right niche if it wasn't for the Samsung Galaxy FE, the OnePlus 8T, all these $700 phones are coming about.
Yeah, well, the FE did hurt them, I believe. Yeah.
But
if I didn't have an S20, I'd be buying the FE right away. Yeah.
I could buy
what else is there? There's also the LG Velvet.
Well, yeah, I have that.
The OnePlus with double the storage, 120 hertz screen, faster charging.
And these are all the phones that came out this year. Let's not even talk about last year. No, they do.
And Google was nice though because they gave you enough time to think about it. You can cancel your order and that
they gave you plenty of time. For sure.
Whole month you got to wait for your phone to get there. But I can buy it, and if I wait like a year and a half, Google's gonna give me all my money back when all the hardware issues start coming and they give me lawsuits. So I might do it.
There's Gary's answer.
Google's. I don't care how much money they're worth, man. I just want the phone to be good.
They got all that money, but they still can make a premium flagship phone.
You know what? Gary, that should make it work.
Anthony is coming back with some more.
The in-display speaker may not be loud, but
he went right to mumbling. Now,
Gary,
he has one, so he knows what he's talking about.
Listen, he's saying it may not be loud, but the whole point of having dual speakers is to have them both be like, you know what I mean, equal. If you're covering
balance, it's called balance. They gotta be balanced.
Whatever you want to call it.
I agree.
Balance.
If you're covering one up with the whole cover of the phone, you just lost it. So what's the point?
Yeah, that's one of the things that drove me crazy about the Axon. Was it the 10
this comment from Brian? This comment from Brian, I kind of agree with.
How did it sucker punch? It came out before the Pixel.
Because they came out before them and took Google's, everybody was excited.
Took Google's steam away. And
Google has only themselves to blame because they knew it and they should have. They had time to either make the phone cheaper or throw in something else, like an accessory.
If you had to choose between the Pixel 5 and the FE, which one would you choose?
Yeah, I'm picking the FE.
I'd take the FE hands down.
Taking the FE, because I could do more with it.
Yeah,
it's about choice. It's about choice. He's right about that, but it's Google just.
Well, I think we're going to find out something when we start getting our iPhone 12s and we see what the cameras are like compared to the Pixel. Last year, iPhone.
You got to watch the camera videos. They already got some out comparing it to the iPhone 11. Jerome was happy that it was like a little bit better than the iPhone 11.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty funny.
All right, I'm going to move on to the next story. Ted, you want to read this one? This is a short one.
Yeah,
I'll read that one. If it's short, I got it. Ted, I got it.
All right, Will, go ahead.
Which one is it? The iPhone AT&T?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Okay.
All right. You ready, George?
Yep.
Apple's iPhone 12 and 12 mini cost $30 extra for anyone who's not an AT&T or Verizon subscriber. Apple just announced the iPhone 12 and 12 mini will start at $799 and $699 respectively, but there's a big asterisk attached. Those prices are only for Verizon and AT&T customers in the U.S. Everyone else, whether that's T-Mobile or Sprint customers or even someone just looking for an unlocked device that's not tied to any carrier, will pay $30 more for a starting price of $729 for the iPhone 12 mini and $829 for the iPhone 12. Notably, this pricing split doesn't appear on the more premium iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max models, which will start at $999 and $1099 respectively for all carriers.
Glad
The
I got
$30
the
price the $30 price increase also applies to the higher storage capabilities for the iPhone 12 and 12 mini. The 128 gig models will be $779 or $879 instead of $749 and $849. And the 256 gig model will cost $879 and $979 instead of
That's
$849 and
nice.
$949. It's not clear what the where the $30 discount is coming from. As Apple's website just lists it as an instant discount for AT&T and Verizon customers once they activate their device. But it's certainly frustrating. It's a frustrating surprise to see on the pre-order pages, given that Apple is so prominently advertising the starting price of $699 and $799.
That's
It's also
true.
clear. It's also not clear whether this $30 discount for Verizon and AT&T customers is a limited time deal or a permanent offer. Still, whatever the reason for the $30 price increase, it's definitely something to be aware of for anyone looking to pre-order an iPhone 12. The iPhone 12 starts at $799 for AT&T and Verizon customers, and $829 for everyone else. Pre-orders are available today ahead of the October 23rd release. Google should take notes. The iPhone 12 starts at $699. Blah blah blah. That's how you do a release. You put the phone out and then deliver it the next week.
Yep.
I do think it was kind of deceptive of them to make up such a big deal out of the $699 and $799.
You know why they did it, George? Because they
Right.
were worried about the environment, so they took the charger out. But then they were like,
yeah.
"You got to buy that other charger because you probably don't have a USB-C charger if this is your first time upgrading your iPhone." So they
But
let
this
you
is
get $30.
but this is like a top of the line iPhone at a cheaper price than last year. Actually, no, it's probably the same price.
No, it's the same price as
No, it's
last
the
year.
same.
Yeah.
But the Pro,
Well, technically,
Pro
technically,
starts
you're
at
paying more for a
128.
phone actually because you're getting a much smaller phone, which you may even like.
Well, you're also getting
What do you
5G.
mean? Hold on. What do you mean, Ted? What do you mean? What? Say it again.
Yeah, the iPhone 11, the iPhone 12 mini is going to be smaller than the iPhone 11.
Oh, the 12 mini. Yeah. Yeah, but I wouldn't buy that one. The battery isn't going to be in it.
Yeah, I mean it's true. I mean, if it's Apple versus Google thing, Apple won.
All
What
right,
you
let
getting
me
for
see.
$6.99?
You know what? Brian is saying 64 gigs is trash, and I would never buy a phone with 64 gigs, but I got 256 on my phone. I think I'm using 22 gigs. So I guess you could really live off of it. It just makes you think you can't.
Most people can live off 64 gigs,
I'm going through the comments again.
especially if you have Google Photos on it.
Y'all cool with that, please? Because Gary, I don't know, man. Gary, it's just different.
And if it's a problem, just pay $50 and get double the storage. You'd be good.
Yeah, exactly. But
Not complaining.
And Anthony again is making his points.
Gary, the iPhone is like, you know what it is to me? The iPhone, when you buy it, even if you buy the 11, George, what do you have? The 11?
Yes, I have the regular 11.
Doesn't it feel like it costs $700? Like it feels like, you know what I mean? You feel like you got a quality phone.
Yes, it does feel premium, that's for sure.
If you give Google
Actually, I don't
$700,
feel like Google gave us enough choices for most of its consumers.
What?
I think you could say Google gave options if the Pixel 4a 350 it was 730,
Right.
Pixel 4a 5G 765, and then Pixel 5
They
8
should have did
with
a
the
Pixel
A65 processor
Ultra or
at
whatever.
$150 more, and then you can say Google gave you options.
They could have did an Ultra or something. But
Yeah, they could have done an Ultra for sure.
even when all the YouTubers who got them free Pixels were doing their videos, they were all like, The back feels different. Nobody could say it. Like, and I haven't felt the phone, but come on,
It
nobody
felt cheap.
just say what it feels like. Like, does it feel that bad? You know what I mean? Like,
From what I heard, though, it's similar to what the LG did with the G5, where the phone was actually made of aluminum,
oh
but they put
God,
like
no,
a
I
plastic
remember
coating
that.
on it. So
Yeah,
everybody was
Oh,
complaining that it feels cheap.
yeah, because you remember that one? That phone, the coating was coming off.
yeah, but what I heard that it was glass and they covered it with some kind of
No, it's
No,
supposed to be aluminum, and they covered it with the plastic,
aluminum. Yeah,
and they
yeah,
cut out a little hole in it.
right.
I don't know.
Anyway,
That's
looks like in a few weeks, if you want to see the Pro, you come to my channel. You want to see the Pro Max. My guess is you're going to go to my Project 13.
that Pro Max is huge.
are those phones at the store yet? I want to go. I want to go hold them.
Apple is
know,
no
they're-
longer selling. Yeah, they're not selling it no more, Gary, because they want you to buy the 12. Nobody would buy the 11 for the same price as the 12.
But they're still selling the 11 and it's in the
Yeah, but they discounted it. The
Yeah.
11 Pro
Yeah.
Max is the same price as the 12. With I think it starts
That's
with less
true.
storage.
that's true.
They're
Yeah.
actually doing you a favor. They're giving you 128 now. Because I'm sure somebody would have went there and bought an 11 Pro Max for the same price with 64 gigs.
But see, it's okay for Big House because it's a secondary device. Yeah, when I get my 12 Pro, it'll be my main device.
Oh, you have See,
And
you
my
have
my secondary device will become this.
Oh, okay.
George, you're getting the Apple Watch what, SE or 6?
I'm still getting the SE. And no, you've already chewed me out about that, and I'm still getting it.
It's no, I mean, it's nice. I got one for my wife. It's good.
Okay,
It's the
yeah,
same.
I have no need to have the blood thing. I have that on this watch, and as healthy as I am, I don't use it. I know how healthy
what?
I am.
Oh, the pulse on. The what's the name is nice though. The always on display is nice.
Yeah. But anyway, so I decided to go with the SE. So I'm going with one down on the phone, and I'm going with one down on the watch. But the watch, I'll just go get tomorrow because I forgot to order it today.
Yeah, that's what they need to do, Brian. Put the features from the Pro Max camera on the regular one. God, if I buy that phone, I really don't want that big phone. I really don't.
I see now Anthony wants it bad, I gather. So, all right,
That
we're going to
phone
move
is
on.
so big. Yeah.
All right, we're going to go. All right, this one's going to be you, Ted. This is going to be Oneplus.
All right. Excuse me.
Gary's favorite.
Yeah, you know we're going to hear it. All right. Yes, and from here on, you're going to see some Android Authority. I went with a lot of Android Authority today. That's just how it is. All right, when you're ready.
Let's take a drink of water. Hey, by the way, does it look grainy on my feed or noisy, I should say?
It looks okay to me.
Interesting. I'm at 4,000 ISO, which is kind of high. And kind of doesn't look so bad. Anyway, moving on. Today, OnePlus formally took the wraps off its later flagship smartphone. Oh my gosh, that show though was so boring.
I didn't see any of it.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it was because it was after Apple's event, so they had a tough act to follow. But just following that white guy around, him sitting down, then talking to this other guy, and then they did that one more thing off the dumbest thing. What was it? Was it like some AR game or something?
I didn't see it. Will, did you see it at all?
Nah,
Okay, so you're the only one here that saw it.
I didn't even watch it. I was like Gary.
You guys did yourself a favor, but they should have just had Carl said goodbye on the show, make it something worthwhile at least. But nah.
I got an article coming up about that too. All right, go ahead.
All right. So the latest T series device is a subtle upgrade over the OnePlus 8. You can say it's so subtle that it should have done it in the first place. Below, you'll find everything you want to know about the smartphone. OnePlus launched the 8T at its fall hardware event on October 14th. Historically, OnePlus issues a T-series upgrade to its earlier flagships in the second half of the year, so this launch wasn't too surprising. What was surprising, though, is that the company didn't also launch a OnePlus 8T Pro. OnePlus decided to skip that version this year. They should just skip the whole thing. A 120
Okay, you didn't like the
hertz.
event. We got it.
So here are the most notable upgrades of the 8T. A 120 hertz display refresh rate, 65 watt charging, quad camera system instead of a triple cam, an Android 11 skinned with Oxygen OS 11, which that was interesting.
Okay.
Other than the changes above, OnePlus 8T is very similar to the OnePlus 8. Same processor, same RAM and storage configuration. Because of the upgrades, however, 8T is now an in-betweener for the series, sitting above the OnePlus 8 but still below the OnePlus 8 Pro. The OnePlus 8T costs $749 in the US for the Lunar Silver or the Aquamarine Green colorways. Either color comes with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. In the US, the phone directly competes with the OnePlus 8, the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, and you'll find missing in this article is a mention of a Pixel 5.
That's true.
You should avoid the OnePlus 8T if you want wireless charging, an IP rating against water and dust resistant, but apparently the T-Mobile variant will have that ingress protection. So if that's important to you, get it from T-Mobile. The fastest processor available, what? I think they talk about 865 plus.
No, you're avoiding if you want these things, remember?
Oh, that's dumb. Tons of internal storage and the ability to expand it. The best camera you can get. Who wrote this article?
Well, he's saying skip it if you want any of those things.
Okay, and so we got the specs. You want me to go to the specs? Storage 128 gigs.
Wait, where did you go? Did you jump way down or something? I don't see where you went.
Right there under the pie chart.
I don't have.
The pie chart's right there.
Right where? I'm not seeing it.
Okay, you went down too far below. It was with the pie chart.
I'm not seeing the pie chart. Is it here? No, it's not there. You skipped the whole. Oh, okay. You skipped like 4 paragraphs. That's why I was just wondered why. Yes, you did.
Oh, my bad.
So where are you going? Where are you starting from?
Go back to under the video up a bit.
Okay. All right.
Although I probably should be skipping the rest of these paragraphs. OnePlus fans who already shelled out for OnePlus 8 or 8 Pro probably don't need to upgrade to the OnePlus 8T. OnePlus 8 owners who would be gaining slightly better camera, faster charging, and a higher refresh display. But most of the aspects would remain the same. Buyers who haven't yet purchased this phone, though, might find some good things about the OnePlus 8T. It's incredibly fast charging. It is the fastest in the USA at this time.
Okay.
It's still capable of pretty much doing anything you need a smartphone to do, including high-performance gaming, and it will be relatively future-proof since it supports 5G connections. However, do keep in mind, OnePlus traditionally has trouble delivering high-quality photographs results with its phones. Although the OnePlus 8 Pro is fantastic, so again, it's Android Authority writing. All right, let me scroll the way down past this pie chart.
Okay.
Back to where the chart is with the specs. I'll just read off the camera specs.
Okay, gotcha.
So we have the rear camera, which is a 48 megapixel camera, f1.7, a 0.8 pixel size. That is not good. 5 megapixel camera, 16 megapixel ultra wide with f2.2, which is actually decent, and a 2 megapixel monochrome sensor, which is probably just a supplemental sensor to help with getting more light for videos. And the front camera is a 60 megapixel shooter f2.1 with electronic image stabilization.
f2.4.
F2. What? No, yeah.
Okay.
I was reading off the one that you can get in the US,
Right.
which is the 8T. Which I should probably also say that there's actually two variant, guys. There's a cheaper one that's going to be available for the European markets. The America, we're stuck with the 8T Plus,
There is no 8T Plus.
But there's two different variants.
Okay, I didn't know that. All right, where are we going? Just let me know where you're going.
Okay, let's go to battery life. How is the OnePlus 8T battery life?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Finally, the included 65-watt charger is capable of charging other devices
You
at high
said we were
speed.
going to battery life.
Yeah, I am. Relax. I'm getting in there slowly. I just told you where to
I'm just
go.
testing you, George.
If you have a laptop that charges via a USB-C port, it is likely you'll be able to use it with this charger, for example. For this to work, however, you need to use the charger in tandem with the inbox cable, which is good. Once again, regarding the battery life, once again, we haven't had enough time to test out the phone to make out any solid claims regarding battery life. So we're going to skip this section.
Okay, now where you going?
Oxygen OS 11 based on Android 11. We're going to go on the software. I'm going to scroll down a bit.
I'm trying.
But they were saying that for those who have Bitmoji, I don't know who else in the chat uses Snapchat, they got the Bitmoji that can go on your screensaver, the lock screen. It's good. It's cool.
I'm not finding where you went.
Well, you just passed it. You just stay there. Just stay there. Just
Okay. Okay.
okay. Okay. So yeah. All right. So what are some good OnePlus 8T alternatives? You can get the
You
Samsung
told me
Galaxy.
just stay there, and then you went somewhere.
Yeah, just stay there. I'm gonna be right there where you are.
Okay, got
The OnePlus. All right. Good OnePlus 8T alternatives. The Samsung
Everything
Galaxy.
else.
Yeah, actually, yeah, Will said it. But yeah, the Galaxy 20 FE for $699, which you could have also had for what, $600 if you got it off Prime Day or pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
It's the best alternative. It offers wireless charging, an IP rating, and expandable storage. And those are features the AT does not have. Really, the only things that definitely makes the AT a better buy is the ultra-fast wire charging. That is good. And the option for more RAM. If those things don't matter to you, though, you should probably check out the Galaxy 20 FE. Then now they talk about the Pixel 5.
Yep.
If you waged a specs war between the Pixel 5 and AT, then the Pixel would lose badly. However, the Pixel 5 will almost only take better photos than the AT. We can't say that for certain yet because we still need to run both phones through all our tests. But which will take better video, though? That's a good question to find out.
Well, Pixel video has gotten better, I gather.
Yeah,
Even
but
on
you
the
know,
4A.
The Pixel video looks good now.
Yeah, even on the 4A, it's a lot better.
But the AT's got the monochrome.
Yeah, the 4A and the Pixel 5, they're the same phone.
Okay.
It's the same phone.
Who can do 460? Who can do the 460 recording better for a longer time? And
but you know what? One of the videos we were watching, it showed like the guy was doing the 4K at 60, and I don't know if he was running too much, but the quality started getting terrible.
Oh, really?
On the 5, it was really bad. Like it looked good when he was, moving slow, but once he started, I don't know if that was the chip or what, but it started looking terrible. Anyway, on the video that he showed, anyway.
Then also is an LG Velvet for $599.
Which I also have right here.
Sure, you'll get a weaker processor, a slower wire charging, but the LG Velvet can still hold its own against the OnePlus 8T in numerous aspects. Yeah, no. Oh, Apple iPhone 12. If you are unlocked to Android, just launched iPhone 12 should be on your radar while you pay a hefty premium for the pro variants of the latest iPhones. The vanilla model is the same price bracket. It will offer the same or even better processing speeds and will probably also have a better camera. It will have a better camera. You'll lose on the ultra fast wire charging unless you buy your own, in which case it could charge up to 60 faster with a 45-watt charger.
I'm almost betting it will certainly have better processing speeds.
And a high refresh rate. Oh, you'll lose a high refresh rate though.
Yeah.
Should you buy the OnePlus 8T now or wait? What would you be waiting for?
I'd be waiting to get the FE, I think.
Next, jump down. Where to buy the OnePlus 8T? Well, you buy it from OnePlus.com or T-Mobile if you want the Ingress protection, which I don't know if Android Authority mentions. And then, okay, and that's it.
Okay.
There's a quiz. So who's buying the OnePlus 8T, guys?
I don't think anybody here is, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me take a quick look at these. I've been missing comments. Let me take a quick look at the comments.
Yeah, Brian is probably right. His iPhone 12 mini is probably going to have not so great battery life. But if you're a power user, then don't get the mini.
They said that the battery life is a little bit better than the SE, though. They said it's a couple hours better than the SE. So, I mean, if you buy that, you got to know what you're getting.
Yeah, you got to know what you're getting into. If you're a power user, don't get the SE or
that's all.
the
Just
mini.
don't buy that. But the camera is going to be the same as the 12, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, I gather it is, yeah.
They're gonna destroy Google this year.
Well, I think next year it'll be everyone unless Google does.
You think Google's gonna make a big jump next year? I don't. I think it's gonna be the same thing again. Because if they switch it, they're gonna be. Let's say they switch the sensor. It's gonna be their first time with the new sensor, and they're gonna be trying to figure out, how
if iPhone keeps beating cameras, they're gonna have to do something, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, stop making phones.
Bring back the Nexus line. That's a good point.
That's the only reason at this point. Yeah, they might as well just say we're gonna go back to the Nexus. Just stop. Just stop. Last night they had the Chris Rock on the iPhone commercial for Verizon with the 5G and all. I said, wow, they really just Google is. I don't know.
Okay.
3 hours
right.
screen. Okay. So maybe this one will get 5. Brian. Screw up year 1 on their own silicon. Yeah, probably year 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Google.
Oh yeah, I forgot Google's doing their own silicon. They're also doing their own OS, Fuchsia OS, but
no, they're not. That's dead.
They
don't even talk about it no more. They don't even talk about it.
They haven't said a word. It's true.
Don't worry, they'll get it right. Wait till they bring out their foldable. That's when it's all going to turn around.
Let's see.
When Google.
No. Pixel phones can't even do 3 sensors and 1 camera, for goodness sake.
God, Google is terrible, man.
Well, Gary still has faith in them.
Will is like,
Pixel will have 3 cameras, new hardware. Gary, you know what, Gary? I'll probably that fake leak of the Pixel 5 that looked terrible. That might have been better than what they gave us. Because I think that one had more cameras. Google, that might have been better.
All right, we ready to move on? Will, this is going to be your story.
Big house. Of course, you get 4.5 hours. It's your secondary device.
Let me find it.
Okay, yeah, I see.
What am I doing? The OnePlus earbuds?
Yes, if you don't mind.
Which one am I doing?
Yeah, you're right. The one earbuds.
I'm
sharing the screen right now.
Okay.
Looking at this picture, it looks like the custom border control is going to seize this as well.
All right.
These are going to get
OnePlus
Buds
Z. What a name. I think they're really trying to be Samsung. True wireless for base heads. OnePlus announced the OnePlus Bud Z, a budget-friendly pair of wireless earbuds. They support premium features like Dolby Atmos and IP55 dust and water resistance. The earbuds will retail for $45.99 and will be available on November 2nd.
As in less
Great
than
price.
$40? Oh,
Only
okay.
$45. Wow, that makes
Great price.
the Pixel Buds. I don't know. OnePlus released the OnePlus Bud Z to accompany the latest smartphone, the OnePlus 8T. These wireless earbuds are affordable, attractive, and durable too. Although the new OnePlus Buds are relatively cheap, they include premium features like water resistance and Dolby Atmos support. You can enjoy Dolby Atmos surround sound audio on select media like movies and music with any compatible smartphone. This means movie audio will sound more engaging with the Bud Z and with non-Dolby Atmos earphones because they can emulate how sound moves around you in real life. Listeners who subscribe to premium music streaming services like Tidal can also enjoy Dolby Atmos playback with OnePlus's affordable earbuds. The earbuds are durable despite each bud's 4.7 gram weight, which is even lighter than the original OnePlus buds. These IP55 dust and water resistant earbuds can withstand a splash or two, MKBHD style. So as long as you don't submerge, as long as you don't submerge it. A 10 millimeter dynamic driver sits within each earbud. The OnePlus injected these buds with its bass boosted sound signature. This means the bass response should be pretty loud. In total, you're afforded 20 hours of playback and 5 hours on a single charge. Um, they also support the company's famed fast charging technology. When the buds are placed in the case for just 10 minutes, listeners are provided with 3 hours of battery life. OnePlus will begin selling the OnePlus Bud Z in white on November 2nd for $45.99. The Stephen Harrington edition will be available exclusively from OnePlus for $60, though availability is still to be announced. Amazon availability is also to be announced, and we'll update this article with more details.
Now, it may be just because I'm the old fart. Who the heck is Stephen Harrington?
Stephen Harrington. I was about to ask that.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you guys would know. Okay, so it's not just me. Anyway, to me, if of the OnePlus stuff, I think these sound the best.
What are you talking about? Ted, what are you talking about?
If it looks like an AirPod clone, and if it is priced like an AirPod clone, it's probably going to give you the sound quality of an AirPod clone.
Okay, well, I may go out and get these when they come out. Yeah, see, I'm with Big House on this one, and they sound like they're pretty good,
You better get them before
Wow.
Custom Patrol seizes these as well.
You know what? As long as the audio doesn't cut out, they'll be better than the Pixel Buds.
Okay.
Because I tried the Pixel Buds twice.
Gary and I are the same man. These things are going to be trash. They got the licensing from Dolby Atmos and still were able to make enough to charge $45? Nah. Nope.
We'll see.
This is that drop on the floor and it won't work anymore.
I'm probably going to have to try.
Up on the floor, it won't work anymore. Ted, you gotta buy them so we can see what you say.
Well, I'll probably buy them.
Come on, Ted. I'll send you $20. Where's your cash app? Come on, Ted. I'll put you on the spot. Because Ted is an audio file. Ted, I want to know. I'm gonna send you $20.
The 65Ts were the only earbuds that ever caused me pain. Like, if I put it in my ear too perfectly, it sealed. I was like, ah!
Well, since you complained about them the other day, I used them on my bike ride Tuesday, and I wore them almost the whole rest of the day, and they were fine for me.
Well, Gary, what update made them good? Because I tried them. I tried them after that first update that was supposed to stop the sound from cutting out or whatever, and it did not fix them at all for me.
So I guess you must have got rid of them before the update. It sounds
no, like. I got them. Look, I bought them, and they kept cutting out. I returned them. When I got them again, they pushed the update, even though it's stupid. They don't even update right. You gotta close them, open them, take them out, put them in, open them, hope it updates. But anyway, it updated and it still didn't fix it. So I was just like, forget it, I'm done. For 180, it's not worth it.
Big House just got his first buds for $40. I think that's a good deal, especially JBL. They should be okay, I would think.
Yeah. I think so too.
Ted, send me your Cash App before they come out. I'm gonna send you 20. That's gonna cost you $25.
I will. We'll see.
I wanna hear Ted be like, they're actually good.
It was 2 weeks ago.
It's not gonna happen. Nope.
Oh, and they see another update. That's too many. Oh my god.
Yeah, that is too many.
I would have had to hold on to them for too long and have lousy earbuds before they finally got good.
You're saying it took them a long time to get it fixed.
Yeah, it took too long.
Brian is like, what's my recommendation for true wireless earbuds?
Nothing satisfies Ted. Yes, he's
one
the
more
wrong guy.
Actually, no, one more. The One-Mores are good. The One-More true stylish, those are good. Yeah, I can get down with those.
That's pretty good.
I also want to try the Sony, the wireless ones, which you can get on eBay for like what, $150?
What, those WX whatever?
Yeah.
Everybody says those are great.
They're just not water resistant. That's the thing. But you know what? I use the Sony headsets.
I use these the most, the Galaxy Buds Plus. That's what I use most of the time. But I use the 65Ts alternatively. And every once in a while I use the AirPods.
Ooh, that's looking good. Oh shit. Look at it with the light.
See, I never use headphones at all.
But yeah, I use this when I'm running, and so far, even though it's not sweat resistant at all, it still works great.
Yeah, and we're all different. For me, ever since earbuds came out, I can't stand anything around my ears. I just can't stand it at all.
I don't know how y'all deal with the wire. I couldn't do it.
The wire is life. The wire is certainty.
Yeah, but I hate it. I hate it, man.
You've been spoiled. But what did you guys get anything from Prime Day though?
I didn't get anything.
I didn't buy nothing.
Big House got the
I knew I was getting the iPhone today, so I didn't buy anything.
I didn't buy nothing.
I
never buy nothing on car. I never buy nothing on Prime Day. The Pixel 4 XL was like $500.
I used to just get an SD card or something, which is what I got this year again. I got the SD card, a dash cam, and dash mount.
I must say, Ted, you always seem to buy practical stuff. I got to give you that. All right, we're moving on now. Whose turn is it? Will? It's Ted. Ted, this is you,
George.
Yeah, Brian uses the. Oh no, it's you, George.
It's you, George.
Me? Okay.
Yeah. Brian got the OG Galaxy Buds.
All right, OnePlus could announce 2 Nord phones only days after the OnePlus T, and it has an update. OnePlus will reportedly announce the N10 and N100 on October 26th. The 2 phones will likely be the first Nord-branded devices to make its way to the US. The OnePlus Nord 100 name has seemingly been confirmed via a certification listing. Update: the OnePlus Nord 100 name has now appeared via a listing on Thailand's NBTC certification agency. Spotted by My Smart Price, the listing also confirms that the phone will be LTE only, further suggesting that it could be the entry-level Nord. Another update, Lalolde. If you've been following the OnePlus rumor mill, you'll know the company reportedly plans to hold 2 launch events in October. We now have an exact date and time for the latter. According to the leaker, Steve Hemestoffer, OnePlus will announce the NP and N10 and N100 on October 26th at 8 a.m. Excuse me. The N in the model numbers of those 2 phones likely denotes they belong to the Nord series. We expect both the N10 and N100 will make their way to the U.S., making them the first of the company's Nord-branded phones to do so. Here's what we know so far. OnePlus N10, according to a recent Android Central report, the N10 will feature a Snapdragon 690 processor supported by 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 of internal storage. Additionally, it will include a 6.5-inch display with 1080p resolution and 90 hertz refresh rate. For photos, OnePlus is apparently equipped the phone with a quad camera array led by a 64 megapixel primary shooter. The company reportedly plans to price the phone under $400 in the US. N100. We know less about the N100, but there's a good chance it's the OnePlus Clover we first heard about in August. If that's the case, we expect the N100 will feature a Snapdragon 460 chipset, 4 gigabytes of RAM, a triple camera array with 13 megapixel primary sensor, and a 6,000 milliamp battery. It will also come with a 6.52-inch display with 720p resolution. The Clover will reportedly cost around $200. Both of these sounds like a fail for me. What do you guys think?
I don't know. The N100 reminds me of that ZTE phone, the ZTE Z Max. That was very popular.
I think there's too many phones you can get for $400 and $200 that's just going to beat those specs completely, don't you think?
For $200, 6,000 milliamp hour battery? I don't know. That sounds pretty okay. What does Motorola? Oh, you think the Moto G Stylus is going to beat it?
Moto G Stylus would beat it. There's some Redmi phones that'll beat it. I think there's more than one.
Redmi doesn't sell here, though. This is for American markets.
Well, that's true. Anyway, yeah, I
Ted,
think.
check Telegram.
He's just
Nah,
check
so
Telegram.
Ted,
Okay.
But no, I think I like that $200 one, 6,000 milliamp hour battery with a 460 processor, 720. I want to know how that battery endures.
All right.
How many days you get? Send him the link. Like he's gonna have to be escorted off the property.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, George, look at Brian's comment, 813.
I'm which comment?
813. Oh, the first one.
913.
813. Oh, yeah, 913. My bad.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Not showing up. Oh, there.
Yeah, he said that. You see it?
Hey, focus, stupid.
I'm missing something, but I'm old.
What? Did you not see it?
The one that did Black James Bond?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I'll have to enjoy it in the replay. Never mind.
No, George, the one about he needs to fire the laser. That one.
Verizon for screens.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's above
which is probably
Gary's comment. There
913.
you go.
Imagine if there's an alternate reality where Will paid for the Pixel 5 from Verizon for $100 extra for $7.99.
Oh yeah, right. I don't, George, Ted. I paid $25 for my phone. I don't even have 5G. No, I don't even have access to 5G.
Yo, actually, there was supposed to Sneed Mobile Tech. He apparently Visible is going to get, because Verizon's now releasing their sub 6 5G.
Oh man, they're gonna get 5G.
Yep, we're gonna get 5G.
Wow, Visible is just the best ever.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
By the way, George, what
spoiled. If they ever go out of business, I don't think I could ever pay more than $25.
I use nothing but T-Mobile. Period.
Oh, okay. Hey, by the way, I'm doing a beta test. You want to get in on it for T-Mobile?
How do I get in on it?
You just let me know. Do you want to get on it? So yeah.
Do I have to do anything that's going to take any of my time? Because if so, I don't have time.
I mean, that's kind of how beta tests works. You
Okay,
get a phone,
yeah.
you get a device.
What are you testing? What are you testing, Ted? I missed it. What are you testing?
I have to pass.
Yeah.
Ted, what are you testing?
Why should I have to get a job, George? It's a phone.
Oh, you're testing a phone? You don't want to do it, George?
When would I get the time? I'm like,
yeah.
5
He's
videos
leaving out.
behind the
Review
right
them,
now.
put it on the channel.
I don't have the time. I just don't. I'm back to
He can't
working now.
review
I
it.
work 3 days a
No,
week. I don't have the
there's
time.
There's an
Ted, what
NDA
phone is
involved.
it? Is it like a secret phone?
It is actually, and actually, let me put it out to the chat. Do you mind,
He's
George?
probably under an NDA. He can't talk about it.
But I got hold on. Let me.
You can
Yeah.
type about
Hey, Brian, George, if you guys have T-Mobile or whatever, you got time to beta test the phone, hit me up on my channel. Channel is ted@gmail.com, and I'll hook you up.
Okay.
You get
So
to
I won't
add
have the
some stuff
time,
on
but
it.
any of you guys that do, that's fine with me.
You get to test out a phone, contribute to its growth in the
Yeah.
market, more competitive.
Gary, that's what I'll pay.
AT&T,
$300.
8 gigs.
But we have unlimited.
That's going to say 8 gigs. That's it.
We have unlimited for $300.
I don't know about the 8 gigs.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
you
8
could do it now because we're under quarantine, and all that. I'm not leaving the house.
That
but
would
I don't
that
know.
would
But
be
under
tough.
quarantine, well, yeah, we're on Wi-Fi all the time. That's true.
But now, as soon as it's lifted and I get that shot, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm everywhere.
that sounds suspicious. That doesn't sound like enough to me.
Yeah.
All right, we
And
ready to
speaking
move on?
actually, yeah, no, Brian's comment at 819. Pixel 5 purchase invisible uses sub 6. For some reason, the rest of the Pixel phones, not the 4A 5G and not the Pixel 5, then Visible isn't selling them for some reason. Which means only one thing.
Hasn't Visible been very selective about which phones they sell?
Visible selling all them iPhones.
Yeah, Visible sells all the
Yeah.
iPhones. They'll sell the Samsung.
They got all them iPhones.
Usually they'll allow a Pixel phone, but
They do. They
I
have
don't
a 4A. The 4A
Yo, get
is
this.
on Visible.
why is the 4A $10 more on Visible than the market price?
Verizon tax.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Okay, yeah, Gary uses about the
Dang,
same
116. Brian, what's that on Visible? 116 gigs?
What are you doing with 116?
I don't even check to see how much I use.
That's a lot of gigs. That's a whole
That
lot.
is a lot.
He sounds like he's up there with Mike's son.
He's getting his money's worth. He
Yeah.
must stream a lot of music.
Yep.
All
All right, we ready for the next story?
Yeah, let's get the
Ted,
next
this is
story.
going to be you. This is Carl Pay. All right, I'm sharing it now. This is Android Police.
Hey.
No.
Goodbye.
You just started it in one key, and then you switched key. Don't do that in front of a singer, okay? Plus, I sing that song in a band.
All right. You do it once I'm done with the story. Carl Pei confirms his departure from OnePlus.
Yeah.
Pei says he's looking forward to taking some time off. Carl Pei was one of the founders of OnePlus alongside Pete Lau and helped turn the company from a little-known startup, red division of Oppo, into one of the most popular Android smartphone brands worldwide. However, Pei has seemingly now left his role at the company after nearly 7 years. Oh, that's another thing that ticked me off about the OnePlus 8T launch. They had this guy still talking about, OnePlus is still a small company. I'm like, guys, goodbye.
Nobody's buying that.
The move first came to light by Reddit user John Seeger, who published the alleged screenshots of internal memos at OnePlus. The message listed the company's leadership structure with Pi noticeably absent. The memo also noted Emily Dai, who was in charge or could still be in charge of OnePlus operations in India, was recently appointed as the head of the Nord product line globally. Pi was previously in charge of Nord and was prominently featured in the documentary about the phone's development. We reached out to OnePlus for a statement, and a spokesperson declined to comment. That adds more credibility to the story. If it were false, it would extremely be easy for OnePlus to outright deny it. OnePlus' other co-founder, Pete Lau, is still at the company and holds the position of CEO. However, he has diverted some of his attention away from OnePlus as he took on a limited role at its parent company, Oppo, in August.
Yeah. Okay. Now I didn't find it till late today, but I have a follow-up story I want to just read. It's very short. Just let me
Is it
get.
his statement that he put on the
Yeah,
forums?
it's him talking.
It's right here on the same thing, You just had to scroll down a bit further.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay. Well, anyway, all right. Carl Pei officially confirms he has left OnePlus. Following countless reports earlier this week, OnePlus has officially. Oh, I should share the screen, shouldn't I?
Gary.
All right. OnePlus has officially confirmed the departure of co-founder Carl Pei, a new post online. Several years in helping to build up the OnePlus brand to the relative popularity and success it enjoys today. Pei unexpectedly left the company in recent months. Why Pei doesn't give a clear explanation, unfortunately. After 7 years at OnePlus, I've made the difficult decision to say goodbye. I grew up spending tremendous amounts of time on the internet building products and community, seeing that ideas in one's mind could be turned into reality and impact people's lives gave me lots of joy. And I knew early on that this was the path for me. According to various reports, this is the key here. Carl Pei and Pete Loud, the founders of OnePlus, weren't getting along very well. And it seems that something relating to the OnePlus Nord pushed things over the edge. And they were right, because Carl Pei was very much in the center of that documentary about the Nord. In any case, it's hard not to be impressed by what Pei did in his time at OnePlus. The company, not so subtly backed by BBK and Oppo, started out in relative obscurity and quickly grew on the backs of enthusiast-focused devices with affordable prices and top-of-the-line specs. In the past few years, prices have gone way up, but the phones have gotten increasingly better. The OnePlus 8 Pro from earlier this year, for example, finally nailed the flagship experience. Pei's legacy at OnePlus won't quickly be forgotten by longtime fans of the company, and it will be interesting to see what comes next for him. I've never regretted trusting my gut feeling, and this time it's no different. These past years, OnePlus has been my singular focus, and everything else has had to take a back seat. I'm looking forward to taking some time off to decompress and catch up with my family and friends, and then follow my heart on to what's next. So I think the key there is they must have really been not getting along big time, is my guess.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about Pete Lau until last year. I always thought OnePlus head was
You didn't? Okay.
Pi, yeah.
Okay. No, when they had events, you would see both of them, as far as I remember.
No, but every time OnePlus was talked about, I always heard Carl Pei. It's only these last 2 years I started hearing more about Pete Lau, and I was thinking, who the hell is this guy?
Okay. All right, moving on. Will, you want to do the Huawei thing?
Yeah.
No, wait. Go to what's his comment? Gary's comment. 9:24 p.m.
To Brian.
I saw that comment. I'm not putting that on screen.
Not that one. Not that one, George. Gary's.
The one from Gary.
Yeah. What 9:24?
Oh man.
Oh,
yeah.
This one you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Except that was long before the AT, I believe. Because the rumor is it's been months in the making. Okay. Will, you ready? I'm going to do the show.
Yeah, I'm ready right now.
Okay.
Report. This is from Android Authority. Huawei is in talks to sell part of its Honor smartphone unit. Is anybody upset?
Sure.
U.S. sanctions against Huawei mean that the company's smartphone business has suffered in a big way. Between its crippled in-house chipset division and the lack of Google support, it's becoming increasingly tough for the firm to keep producing phones. These troubles extend to its Honor sub-brand too. But Reuters is now reporting that Huawei is in talks to sell off parts of its Honor business in a deal potentially worth up to $25 billion. Not dollars. What is that? Won? 25 billion
Yeah,
won.
3.7.
$3.7 billion.
Right.
The report, citing people with knowledge of the matter, alleges that Honor's brand research and development infrastructure and associated supply chain management business could be sold under the deal. However, the Newswire sources caution that this hasn't been finalized yet. It's believed that Huawei will focus on higher-end phones due to the U.S. sanctions. Honor has traditionally been focused on young and or budget-conscious consumers. Who would Huawei do the honor then? Reuters reports that Honor phone distributor Digital China is considered a front-runner for the deal. However, the Newswire adds that TCL and Xiaomi are also in the running. Selling part of Honor to another business theoretically means that U.S. sanctions wouldn't apply to Honor-branded devices produced as part of this arrangement. It isn't immediately clear what this would mean for Honor devices released prior to the sale, though. Furthermore, there's no guarantee that the U.S. government wouldn't simply play whack-a-mole and apply sanctions to any company that acquires a part of Honor. Huawei and Honor are intertwined in several ways, particularly when it comes to components used in research and development. So, extricating large chunks of the sub-brand from its parent company will likely be a major challenge in this regard. We've contacted Xiaomi regarding the reported talks, but the company declined to comment. We've also contacted Huawei for comment, and we'll update the article if and when they get back to us. Do you think Honor selling its brand, whatever, is a good idea for Huawei? Take our poll, blah, blah, blah. Comments.
So a couple of things I thought was interesting. Digital China is the front-running brand. Wouldn't you think, since it's another Chinese company, that the U.S. would just say, okay, then you can't do business here either? That's what I would think the one that you would want to buy them if you want to do business in the U.S. is TCL. Because the other two companies are both Chinese.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it just seems strange to me. Anyway, just thought it was an interesting story to see what they do.
It is.
All right, what am I missing in the comments? Anything?
Nothing. They're trying to. I told him I might buy the 12 Max Pro, whatever. Big House told me to buy it, and he gave you a super chat.
Yes, Big House, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it as always. You're very supportive, and I'm very grateful about it.
So, Ted, you don't have the Pixel nothing, do you? You don't have a Pixel.
No, I never had a Pixel.
Wow.
Oh, you've never had a Pixel?
Never ever. Hold on. Never.
Okay.
I mean, no. Actually, no. I've had a Pixel, but it was a Chromebook. So, which in my opinion was the best Pixel device Google ever made. So, they started messing up when they put out phones.
The 4A is good. The 4A is good.
The 4 is good.
As long as you're not a power user.
The 5 is probably good too, but yeah, that's the problem.
I think you are right, George. He's on the path now to buying the phone.
No, there's too many. That's the thing. There's too many bucks. Like, I don't even game.
Traditionally, when he says he's not getting it, the following week it shows up.
I don't even game.
But it's back after that, but it usually shows up.
Nah, but I don't know. No, I'm not doing it. Me and Brian go back and forth all the time. I don't think I'm gonna get it. You know what I'll do? If Brian tells me it's good, he'll have to tell me if it's worth it. Because I really don't need the new iPhone because my phone is pretty new.
At least you know Brian will be honest with you.
Oh, Brian will tell me the truth. Brian needs to have a channel. Brian won't lie and tell me the speaker is good.
I agree.
I'm actually a bit of a dilemma.
Moving on to YouTube.
You got a dilemma? What's wrong, Ted?
Yeah, because you know the deal with my great LG G8X. You know how it doesn't work so well because it's visible. So I was thinking.
My G8X works great, but it's on T-Mobile.
But you don't have visible.
No, I can't. On T-Mobile.
Ted, why don't you get what's it called? The Pixel 4a on visible.
And pay $10 extra? I don't know.
Well, no, just do a new.
Just get a line.
You'll save $100. They'll give you $100 back, right? $200.
I will recommend this phone.
Isn't it $200?
I'm a power user,
I
guys.
think
The phone it's not enough phone for me. I was thinking either hold on, I got a list actually.
the battery's really good though, but the chip sucks. But the battery's good.
So I narrowed it down to Xperia 5 Mark II or the LG V60 or the Pixel 4a 5G or the Motorola Razr Flip 5G. Because
What do you
sometimes
mean? So you're not gonna get the Pixel 4a, but you'll get the 4a 5G?
it's for the better chipset. Yeah,
It's like, oh, it's probably barely better.
Yeah, my guess is it's not going to be that much better. I think you'd be
It
better
can't
off.
be that
the
much
4a 5G can do 4K 60 and the Pixel 4a can't. It's a big difference in itself right there.
Keep saying you're a power user, so I'm just
And then
worried.
when you do it and it overheats, you're gonna be like, I knew this wasn't better. You know, like
All right, fine. You know what? Fine. Pixel 4a 5G is awful.
Yeah, look.
All right, so
You see what he
that
said? Look what Brian said. If you get the 4A and you port a number, you get $100 off. You'll get $100 card. You can't beat that. $260.
I don't have a number to port even. I'm already on
Get a
Visible.
number.
I'm
So
looking
get a new
for
number. Just
my
join 5 for 2 days and port the number over.
No. So so that limits me. So I'm taking 4a 5G. So that's a 5 Mark II, Galaxy Z Flip 5G, or the Razr
Come
Flip
on, get the
5G.
4A, Big House. Pull the trigger.
From the choices you said, Ted, I would go with the Sony. I think.
Yeah, the only thing with the Sony is that they don't have 5G.
Well, yeah. Do you need 5G?
I don't know. I don't think so. No.
That 4A speed in that video was crazy, Jerome showed earlier. Even though the guy had to walk all the way around the corner and stand right in front of it.
Oh, but he was using millimeter wave.
Yeah,
right?
he was using
that
millimeter
speed
wave.
was
That
crazy,
was the
George.
Stetson video.
Yeah,
The
millimeter
Stetson guy,
wave
right?
speed is incredible. It just won't penetrate crap. That's the problem with it.
You need to you need to make sure you live right across the block from that thing for me to
I mean, it was like he had like a gig. That thing was crazy.
Yeah, I still don't think Verizon or anybody else will ever successfully launch it in the whole country. I just don't see it happening. I don't think anybody can do it.
It's
Wait till the iPhone comes out. People are gonna have 5G all over the place.
Yeah, but they're not going to have millimeter wave because iPhone can't increase that signal. That's the problem.
iPhone got some smart
bad news,
5G, whatever.
How long am I going to keep the phone, Ben? I think I'm going to keep the phone. If I buy it to replace the LG 8X, I think I'm going to see how long I can go. 3 or 4 years. Yeah.
Okay, hey. Big House went with the right phone. I think that's a great buy.
And he got it for 600 or 700, Big House. And of course they used it heavy.
Well, he got it Tuesday. Wasn't it on Prime?
Prime was
Yeah, that was first day of Prime Day.
Yeah, that was first day of Prime Day.
We probably got it for 6. I mean, I'll wait for his comment,
Yeah, but this week was crazy, wasn't it, guys? With
it was
Tuesday would
busy.
be the Prime Day, then the
Wednesday.
Apple event.
Right. You had Prime Days. You had
3 to
Apple
4
events.
years. Ted, you're not making it with no 4A 5G for 3 to 4 years.
I think Walmart sale is still going on.
And then there was the AT on Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it was
And
a
then-
heavy.
And then Best Buy released their Black Friday sale newsletter.
You know what, guys? I think I'm going to skip the rest of the stories because we stayed on phones, and I don't want to go to something else now. Any of you guys that want to read the rest of those stories, it's you can certainly.
What about the Surface Duo?
Oh, you want to see?
Yeah.
I don't know. How was it? Well, how is it, George? I don't know. I see Jay Will got rid of his. I was waiting for him to finally say he was getting rid of it because he was acting like it was so great. Then he was like, "Oh, I got rid of it."
The review is very long, very long.
Never mind then.
And the guy is very honest about it. He tells you everything that's wrong with it, and he's the same as me. He absolutely loves using it, same as me. even with it, problems it has. I love this thing. Once you have these two screens, and the LGs can't compare. They're just awesome. I'm telling you.
Why? I don't understand. So what does that do that's better than LG?
It works much smoother. You can launch two apps at once. Like every morning, I launch my Bible apps. Well, I just hit one button. Both Bible apps launch at the same time. I get both my scriptures at the same time. It just launches everything really quick.
Hey, you can't do that on yours?
You can't launch
two things at the same time? No.
Yeah, plus Ted and I have the same one. I have the G8X and I have the Velvet. So anyway,
basically what it is it's like on the Note when you do an app pair.
Only a lot of people who have the Note have said this does it better, and I agree.
But that's a convenience, though. That's a convenience. You can just have the app on this.
It's like
a convenience.
I guarantee
it's a convenience, Ted, but it's a convenience until when you swipe up, it doesn't swipe. It's got too much other problems.
That's part of it. I find that I get stuff done with two apps much faster than with any other phone, including the Velvet and the G8X. So, and like I said, this guy, if you're willing to live with his problems, you'll fall in love with this thing. Same as this guy. Anyway, that was
Among Us. Oh God. The Pixel stand for $59. That ain't no deal.
That's exactly what I said.
It's all slow. Oh
yeah. Does the Surface Duo give you like a gamepad thing? So when you're playing your game, you can use the one thing like a controller? Does it do that?
I don't play games, and I don't have to play games, so we're asking the wrong guy.
You're right. It's a productive machine. My bad.
Big House.
And that's the thing. What happens is you find yourself becoming more productive without even trying. It just happens by itself. Just using it. Now, of course, I take this to work with me every day, so I just naturally started becoming more productive. And I'm doing something, I'm like, I should look that up. Well, it's right there. I just look it up on the other screen. And it's fast. It's really fast at that.
That's what you
much faster than the LGs.
Nah. I'm going to have to see it to believe it.
Well, you go get you one.
What? No, you can't do a video, George? You have the devices, right? Why can't you just do a video, George?
That phone has too many compromises to be $1,300.
It has a few for it's a first generation device and it acts like it. But with that update they did, the swiping has gotten a heck of a lot better. But it's still got a few problems. But I love this thing, just like that. He named all the problems and what he really doesn't like about it. And at the end, he says, "Don't get this phone, but I love it." That's what he says at the end.
George, can you buy me a 12 Pro Max? The 128 gig.
You know how much stuff I have bought this year?
I know. That's why I'm asking you to just buy me a 12 Pro Max.
I've been saying for 2 months this was the last.
It won't even be the full price because I'll trade in my phone, so that'll take some of it off.
I am done buying for this year. Period. Now, if anybody wants to give me something for Christmas, that's a very nice thing. So.
Now wait, what's today? October
16th.
George said he's not buying nothing else for the rest of the year.
I'm not buying any of it. Maybe I'll buy those Oneplus buds.
There you go. You can't go back on it.
Got him.
Can't go back on it, George. George is gonna be like, I was at the Best Buy and I bought a HomePod. George is gonna buy something.
There won't be any more phones. There won't be any HomePod. For $50,
I like the.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I actually do like the colors on the Surface Duo. I'm looking at this review. The pictures seem okay. The colors on the Surface Duo are.
Yeah, the camera's much better than anybody thought it would be, I think.
How's the battery life, Brian said, George?
The battery life is very very good. It's better than the Pixel 4, and it's better
than the 4A?
It's better than the 4A, and it's better. I've been carrying the G8X. I've been carrying the G8X to work all week long. It's better than the G8X too. So it's better than both.
Better than the G8X. The G8X hasn't really impressed me on the battery life.
Yeah.
Wow, it's better than the 4A.
George, so wait.
How many?
phones
How
I'm
many?
using right now, it has the best
Wow.
battery.
Wow, because I was getting almost. Oh wow, I was getting like 36 hours on that 4A
Okay. Well,
off the
for me,
charger.
of course, and it's like Jay Will and everybody else always says, it depends on your use. For me, it gives me the best battery life of the three, and I carry all three to work every day.
Wow.
Yes, Brian,
Oh,
I ordered the iPhone this morning, the
oh no,
iPhone
he's playing it in the
Pro, and I also ordered the charger, and tomorrow I'm going to go get my Apple Watch SE.
Hotmail. Hotmail. Wow.
Guys like you, he's working.
George, did you trade in your first? Did you trade in the other watch? Are you trading it in?
No, I'm going to probably give the phone and the watch to Eleanor.
Oh, okay.
She's been saying for years that she wanted to try Apple, and then every time I tell her I'm going to give it to you, she says, well, I don't need it, but I think she wants to try it. She'll keep her S9 in case she doesn't like it, but once I get through with a few comparisons with the new one, I'll give it to her and let her try it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, my eyes.
Uh,
Anyway, why are you taking 3 phones to work? That's a good question.
It's just what I do. Just what I do, Gary.
George got the burner phone.
How can I be moving weight? I weigh 172 pounds and
No,
never changed.
no, George. He's talking about some other kind of weight.
I don't know what.
He's
I
talking
don't know
about
what
you in dealings with Escobar.
It's something. The other kind of weight is something criminal. Obviously, I wouldn't know anything about it. I know nothing about anything criminal and don't want to know anything.
Oh man, I'm telling you, George, that would be so crazy if you got pulled over. They would automatically think that you were in some kind of criminal enterprise. That's crazy.
Will.
What?
I've been stopped by cops just through the years like anybody else. But guess who's been nicer to me almost my entire life than anybody else? Oh yeah, cops. That has never changed. I don't think that ever will. No, I'm not lucky. I don't think it's luck.
That's luck, George, because I never did nothing to no cop, but I've been told to get out the car and all kind of stuff.
Just remember, George, it only takes one, George.
I've had cops stop me in a Porsche when I was driving a Porsche doing 105 miles on the Jersey Turnpike and let me go. I've had a cop nail me at 110 on the New York State Thruway and let me go. This is how cops have always been with me. Yes, once in a while I would get a ticket, but the vast majority of the time, they're just nice to me.
Just remember, it only takes one.
It only takes one what?
Only one takes one cop to not
one dead cop not to like you.
Not to like you.
Yeah, well, I was raised with a whole bunch of mafia guys, so I had a much better chance of getting killed by them, and I'm still here. I learned
that. Kill you. I'm just saying harass
because of those guys.
3 phones. I wouldn't even. That's crazy. I know. I wouldn't have wanted to get out the car and have 3 phones in my pocket.
Keep in mind, I buy my pants to accommodate my phone. All my phones go in a separate pocket, so with nothing else ever. So
that's really fun. If I were you, George, you know what you should get, George? You heard about that LD Westing that Mr. Mobile had with the the holsters for the phones.
I didn't like the way it looked though.
What do you mean you like the way it looked? It looked good. It's a $245, but it looked good.
Why don't you have it if it looked that good? He only wore it about a year. I remember that. You remember?
Did you not hear? I said it was $245. That's why.
If you think it looked that good, it's probably worth it to you. He loved it. I remember that. Yeah.
Like I've been trying to look for the Chinese knockoffs on AliExpress. They look bad.
All I would need is a cop seeing me wearing that swear and I had 2 guns around my shoulders, right? Then I'd be dead.
Isn't it Tennessee? They don't do that in Tennessee? Open carry? Open carry?
Actually, in Tennessee, you can carry a gun on a holster legally in the open.
So it should be okay.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who does that, but I know you can. I know a guy in Texas who does that. And he dares cops to stop him from doing it because he knows he's allowed to do it and he gets away with it.
That
But he's
Verizon customers got to change their plan.
So bikers tend to kind of push the envelope.
Verizon customers got to change their plan to use whatever that 5G.
What do you mean change their plan?
That's what it said. I'm on 9 to 5 Max. And
Okay.
what's the other one? iPhone 12 mini, the battery is 2,227.
That's all it is? Yeah, but
Yeah.
iPhone is so good at optimizing, you never know, don't you think?
No,
that battery's not going to be it.
It doesn't sound like it should.
It's not going to be good, I don't think.
If you use it, it will die. It won't
Gary,
work.
I don't know what,
here's a question.
way it is, so
Here's
you got
a
the wrong
question.
guy.
Since we almost done, do y'all think next year that the iPhone is going to have no port?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah,
Are we
with
back
the
to that
Magsafe.
rumor?
No,
I think
it's not
there's going to
rumor.
be no port, and I think they're going to put Touch ID back on it because everybody's going to be
a
wearing
lot of
masks.
people thought 12 was going to have Touch ID. And
Yeah,
people
but
are
you know
pissed
why
that
they
it
didn't
doesn't.
do it this year?
No, everybody was
It was too
hoping that the
fast.
iPhone 12 would have Touch ID.
Google was only able to do it because they were like, well, we already got the mold made for the 4A. We could just put the finger, they used all the same parts.
Yeah, I'm not
Like
saying.
Dave Lee
But
was like, he thinks that this is the cheapest parts.
And I think
the
you might
cheapest
be
phone
right
to make.
about the ports, but I think it's not just iPhone. I think Apple. I think a bunch of companies want to get rid of all the ports.
Nah, I don't think
No,
everybody does.
no.
But once,
I think a
once
bunch-
the
I think
iPhone
a bunch
does
of
it,
the
The
other companies-
USB-C.
I think a bunch of the other companies are just waiting for Apple to do it, and then they can justify it, and they'll all do the same thing.
iPhone does it, then they'll do it.
There are way too many accessories.
Oh, no,
that
I
use
think
a
they're all
USB-C.
afraid to do it. They're waiting for Apple to do it, but I think they want to do it. I thought that all along.
Apple could do it now because they have MagSafe.
Yeah, Apple just got ahead of them. Apple just
Okay.
showed
Yeah,
them
that
like,
makes sense.
we're ready already. They
But
already
my thought all along has been there's 5 or 6 companies that would love to get rid of all the ports.
Nah, I don't think they all
But they don't have the guts to do it.
I think they would have already tried to start doing these
I
accessories.
don't think so.
like Moto was trying to do.
I think they know what the public reaction would be until Apple does it. That'll change public reaction, which you well know.
I don't know. I know Moto should be feeling some kind of way because Apple was able to come with that MagSafe thing, and they're gonna have wallets clipped on the back of your phone, all kind of accessories.
You can charge it with the MagSafe. Yeah, like Apple is just like there's nothing stopping Apple from taking out the port. The thing is, nobody uses Lightning.
Well, that's what Will said next year. And if they do, I'll bet you a whole bunch of other phones will follow suit.
Nah, they can't. Everybody uses USB-C, not just for charging, but for everything.
I still think if Apple does it, they'll all do it.
I don't think they're gonna do it on Android, George. I really don't.
I think most of them will do it because it'll save them a lot of money. And I think the only reason they don't do it now is because they're afraid of what the public reaction will be. If Apple does it, then the public reaction is not a problem anymore.
Was it an Android? Moto Z was the first one to remove the headphone jack. They weren't too scared.
Yeah.
Nobody even cared when they did it.
Yeah, but removing all the ports is a much bigger deal than one headphone jack.
There's only one port left on the phone, right?
Well, you've got
Oh,
the headphone.
All phones, yeah. It's just one port.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, I still think.
If you have a wireless charger, some people don't even use the charging port now.
Yeah, that's what my girl.
I don't even think people would know that.
But if you notice among YouTubers, you hear some that say they use nothing but the wireless chargers, and others say, "Well, I never even use mine." I tend to fall in that second group. My wireless charger's over there. I almost never use it.
Like
People
this is
would
my.
complain- People
This
would
is,
complain when they use the plug at the bottom, like it's a necessity when it's really not. If the MagSafe thing is able to charge, what they say, 15 watts or whatever, if it's able to
and I
charge
agree.
that,
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I think the speed has a lot to do with it.
you can
Yeah, like-
update your iPhone without a computer. You don't. Everything is wireless. You don't need your computer.
facts.
Yeah, I agree.
But I'll say like this is like my girlfriend's like favorite charger because it charges her iPhone and the Galaxy S7, the Galaxy S8.
Either of you guys remember the answer to Brian's question?
Nope, I did not even. I don't think you can transfer data though.
It's just a charger.
Okay.
For now.
But on the iPhone, they want you to do AirDrop. So
Yeah, that's true.
and then you know what they'll do for like if somebody's transferring from Android to iPhone, they'll be like use the NFC thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this I agree with Brian.
The thing though is, what about the laptop?
What?
Do they get MagSafe or something for the USB-C thing, or?
Yeah, that is an interesting thought. I didn't even think of that.
What do you mean?
He's saying, will they be able to get rid of wires and use
No, not wires. I mean, like how MagSafe, the original MagSafe, the OG MagSafe for the original.
Yeah, I wish they never got rid of that because I hate this USB-C nonsense. I don't think they might go backwards. You think they would?
No,
they might put it back. They might put it back.
What the heck?
I love that.
Of course, I've already seen an article today that's questioning how much Apple is helping anything green with this. The article was saying they're just saving money and using saving the earth as an excuse.
You see, George. Apple cares about the green, but not the green they say. Mm-hmm.
Okay, good point.
It's a different green.
Okay.
That green go green.
All right, we're done. It's 4 minutes to 10. I think we did good. Will,
next week.
you gotta come on. You gotta come on more often or every week again. People love you being on.
Oh man,
Yeah. And plus, it's the holidays.
I was so dead at the end of the week, George. It was just today. I was aggravated.
All right. So what we gotta do? Ted and I just have to aggravate you about an hour before the show, right?
Y'all on Google. Only Google.
We need to drum up some Pixel news. Like, hey, there's
Yeah,
a rumor.
that's what you gotta do.
There's a Pixel Ultra, 5 Ultra that's supposed to come out.
Oh,
Imagine, Google is releasing a Pixel 5 Ultra, but it's invite only.
Look at that, Will. Your fans are thanking you.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun hanging out with y'all.
All right.
I'm on the Apple website looking at these phones.
All right. Next week we're going to be on TED Talks. Unless Ted, are you changing name anytime between now and next week?
No. I did the SEO analysis. As long as I have Ted in my name, I'm always going to have TED Talks come up. So
All right.
I'll make
it. All right, folks. So next week we'll be on TED Talks again. And
thanks for stopping by, guys.
Everybody for coming by.
Peace out, Gary.
Thanks, Big House, as usual, for the super chat. And
Max, Robert.
Hopefully we'll get Will back again. But you never know. All right.
Should. I mean, holiday time. Like, what you doing?
Yeah, that's
right. I'm not even off. I'm not off.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He has to take care of people. They still have to be taken care of.
Oh, yeah. It's busy. Sorry, I forgot. It's a busy time for the medical.
All right. So everybody have a blessed weekend, and we will see you next week on Ted's channel. Take care, guys.
Yes. And be sure to vote, guys. Yeah, vote and all that. Bye.
I'm going to vote on Monday.